Do you believe this love is real? I know this love don't last. I've come far away to see things go down the drain. I've waited
Enjoy the music. Don't let him waste. Yeah, oh, you're not making it. Perfect, perfect. Put the song. Sister.
Once you sang this song, I realized some people were, not being like that. Doesn't mean you were sleeping separately before. I guess you're all just covered, you don't get breakfast enough. Alright, so we're going to do this quickly. Thank you so much for coming on to the amazing Golden Nuggets business and networking experience. I say this perhaps the first ever curated business and networking experience because it's tailored for business owners, startups, people who are doing something on their own or who started something, they are thinking about doing something on their own. And so it is also golden because all the speakers, and you've seen the flyers, I guess that's what you gave. You saw the flyers and you gave. They are visionary people, they are very futuristic, they are thinking about the future. And you realize that from the conversations we have, and you will have with them, they're going to be telling you things, and then you realize that they are people who are thinking about the near future, right? So again, my name is Mawuto. My speakers are here, amazing. Please, round of applause for this. Jacob is here, please. Let's clap for Jacob. And then Mawuli here. Round of applause for then Penelope. Right, I got it right. Penelope. Or Penelope. It's fine. Alright, she will introduce herself. Now this is what I want us to do. I don't want to, I have a bio of all of them and I don't want to bore you with that. So rather, I would rather that in the conversations, piece of them will come up from that conversation. And that while you also ask them questions, you get to know who they are, what they stand for, what they're doing, and what they look to do. What you can pick from them for your own lives and your own businesses. Are we good? It's great. Great idea? Is it great? Good. So conversation, right? We're going to start soon. But before my speakers get to it, we start a conversation. I want to introduce a very, very beautiful lady here. And she's going to do the elevator pitch. You've seen it in the program. We're going to start with that. So she's going to come in and then lead us in a 1 minute elevator pitch. So I hope to hear from someone today. Are we good? Is it good? Alright, great. So please, a round of applause. Help me welcome my very, very good friend that I met today. Welcome my best friend today. Amazing talent. Come on, people.
Hello, energy people. Energy is low in this place. Energy. Give it up to Kodo for putting this all together and the whole team that's been here today. I'm gonna call, how you doing? It's been a while since I see you. So today you guys are meeting me as Tanika, but most people know me as Mika. And I am going to do the 1 minute elevator pitch. So I'm going to engage with you all and ask you a few questions. So I hope your mouth is not dry. And I hope you have more smiles and more energy. Let's try this again. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna turn back around. And when I turn back around, I wanna see energy, okay? Background? Yes! We're doing it! Amazing! How are you? Alright, so I'm gonna ask you a little bit about your business, what business that you have, and you have 1 minute to express yourself, okay? I hope you know how to do a quickie, because this is one of the times you have to do it, okay?
First, you go. Introduce yourselves and you can stand.
Hello everyone, my name is Tenya Gana, and my business is called Lozele Initiative. Alright, so Lozele Initiative works with Kaya girls. We support and train them to go back home and create a source of income for themselves while they go to school. Currently, we have 70 young girls that we are working with, and out of the 70, 24 of them are in school. We are in the process of completing our center, which we are opening this International Women's Day. And our goal is to make sure that every young girl from the northern part of Ghana will be able to create a source of income for themselves, and they don't have to come to Accra and tie their legs and sleep at night. My motivation for starting Lozele Initiative was because I worked as a head porter before getting a scholarship to go to Ashesi University. Thank you.
Very good, very good. Oh, I thought she was getting ready to take the lead. Okay, you're next.
Hello everyone, I'm Tristan. I'm trying out yesterday from before.
My business name, but I tried to go into the reproduction because I love rice and
Okay, I'm gonna move around. You look like you're ready.
My name is Jacob Kwaku Gyan. I am a past fellow of the Ashes Venture Incubator. But currently I run 24 the Pool Consulting Limited. What we do is to run consulting services for fintechs within Kenya. Few Middle East and Africa, right? So basically that's what I'm into now.
Amazing. You guys need to clap a little bit more better than that. This is extraordinary, okay? Energy, check it.
Hi everyone, I'm Carol, and I didn't quite plan for this, but to introduce myself, I'd like to ask you, how many of you have actually taken some time off over the past 6 months to learn something? They say learning starts after school. It's ironic. But the truth is, what we use our time for will pay off if we spend time learning. The company that I work for specializes in advanced learning techniques. And what we do is that we help people master the art and skill of learning. If you can learn how to learn, you can go anywhere you would like to go. And you can advance your businesses because you need everything you need to do. That's what my business is about. And so if you'd like to speak, you can see how to.
Amazing. And coming back to the front.
Hi everyone, my name is Debrah. I'm the current fellow of Ashes Venture Incubator program. I'm the founder of Bentuma Farms. So it's a commercial poultry farm that specializes in the production of high quality chicken and eggs to households in Ghana and across the land development. What we basically do is we produce and sell high quality chicken and eggs to corporate businesses such as the restaurants, cafes, schools, bakeries, and so on. The motivation behind this business is to help meet the current demand in the market as the current production in the market is only 2% of the demand.
That is great. Okay, I'm gonna slide through here. Gonna work the crowd. Hello, how are you? Lady in red, you look like you are ready to give us your pitch, please. We're waiting for you. You've been singing and doing all this lovely things. Tell us more.
So my name is Bentuma. I am a musician, a singer, and then I also run a public relations firm called Peak 369, one of the partners of this event. So I put together my passion for music and then my passion for public relations, and then said that, okay, there are no entertainment PR firms in that, so then why not start one? So currently, you're directing the Black International Film Festival, and then Women of Valor by Now, and a few other events. So yes.
That is great. And you here, please.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Mawuli Deegbe, and I'm a graduate of the ABI last year. I'm a serial entrepreneur. Basically, I find problems around myself and create solutions for them. So as you can all see, I'm wearing braces, and when I started with that, a few complications came about. So that's with my new business, Gash. So if you are here, you have a white hand, want to sell a pen, come to me and buy a tongue scraper. And then my second business is Kaleidoscope by Motherhood. How many of us received flowers during Valentine's Day, the past one? Yeah. So the beautiful lady there did, and I'm sure they are there or something. So if you want to preserve them, you can bring them to me and I'll preserve them in resin. So those are my two businesses, Kaleidoscope, Gash, and Mama Mafia. Thank you.
Hello everyone. My name is Idel Togogo. I'm the founder of Delicious Lifestyle and Delicious Farms. So we are a lifestyle brand that supports working class individuals and families adopt healthier eating habits And for now, we do that through the curation of fruit packages as well as meal plans to make your lives easier. Thank you. Oh yeah, we have some of our packages down there. So that's one of our boxes that we do of these. Yeah. Hi everyone, my name is Nicole from Yankee, and I'm the co-founder of Nii Musick. So Nii Musick is a customization brand. I know everyone likes to customize or like to show their brand, be their firm's logo or their personal brand. So what I do is that I customize stuff. So I can put your customizations on your shirts, on bottles, on journals, on keychains, on tote bags, on frames. We are going bigger now. We are going to kids stuff as well. So that's a bit about Nii Musick. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ably, and I'm a lady on the mission to contribute massively to the kind of waste pollution in the world. And after that in Ghana, the plastic pollution. So my business is eco-fashion in Ghana. We upcycle plastic waste into various products. Currently, we are focused on bags and pencils and other products. That's what we do.
Hello, my name is Jacob Kwaku Gyan, and I'm a current fellow of Adriot, and my business is chocolate. And what chocolate means is chocolate in green. And what we do is we sell chocolate bars and chocolate products, and our products can be used in this raw state or for baking, coffee, and whatever. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Debrah, and when I was in my freshman year of college, I suffered from depression and anxiety as an international student. So I co-founded Link Africa with a lecturer at Ashesi University. So in African contemporary cultures, there's a high stigmatization when it comes to mental health illnesses, and it's really difficult to find therapists and to get help. That is why we built Link, an app that is powered by artificial intelligence and recommender systems to assist therapists in delivering cognitive behavioral therapy to university students. And unlike the traditional modes of therapy, our platform is available 24/7 in the event that somebody needs help. If you want to know more about what we do, please visit www.linkafrica.com.
My name is Ram, and my company runs a shopping factory, so I'm here for what to do. We make chocolates and shopping related products. So you can find us at www.linkafrica.com.
Hi everyone, my name is Tosin, and I work in the advertising and event space.
I think we're back. Okay, can you just introduce yourself and introduce your business? Want to talk? Oh, she doesn't have a voice. I'm sorry. She's disappointing us because she doesn't have a voice. This beautiful lady here. We'll let you make it today, but next time I'm expecting you, please. Thank you. Well, let me ask you this. You came to a networking event, right? To be silent. What networking are you doing here? Don't be shy. These type of intimate engagements can allow you to open up and expand in your business. If you're not doing business yet, it can influence you in a way that you need, okay? So be empowered always. even if it's a quick word or brief word, be empowered to do the right thing, all right? All right, we'll let you make it. Okay, are you two ready?
Okay, so Ishiwa Mawuli. So I work at Nii Musick, one of the facilities of this event. Yeah, so I went back to school when I was more than 400. I saw like there are lots of potholes, good posts and those potholes in the Indian landscape. So I tried to come up with something that can break that up. So I got like-minded individuals. Some people who share the same idea. So after my competition, I brought them together and the team was trying to consider. Now, Ghana is one of the best grade in Ghana. So this year you can search someone like Twitter and you'll get it.
Okay, excuse me. We'll give it up again for those who gave that pitch. Adam, how are you? You're looking gorgeous. We would love to hear from you.
Good afternoon. So my name is Anna. I'm in the process to build the next bold food just community. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Access Beauty. So what we are doing is we are creating a beauty booking platform. So yeah. So my background is So we are creating a beauty booking platform. The background is I'm a hairdresser, and I'm seeing that it's not enough technology when it comes to this industry. So that's why we came up with this idea. So all of them who are still in school, who've been looking for a job, can come and talk to me. Because we are in the process to build a great team. All right, thank you.
So I think you might have to speak loud, but let us introduce you.
Hello everyone. Okay, so I don't know what to introduce myself. I'm here to represent Ashesi, so I would introduce myself in that capacity. My name is Natasha Gadsey. I am the incubator manager for Ashesi Nurture Incubator. So these are all my babies. And so I work with their businesses to help them create businesses that are successful and market ready. Thank you.
Use your voice, okay. All right, I just want to say thank you very much for sharing your business and your business model and even what your business is doing. Again, my name is Mika Malone. I am a serial entrepreneur. One of my businesses that I'm very, very proud of is I have a traveling fashion production called Fire on the Runway. We started in Dallas, Texas in the U.S.
Unfortunately, the laws within our country are also strong on health and safety. We still have a long way to go. But in advanced jurisdictions, the owner of this business probably wouldn't survive. Because the sanctions and fines that you'll be given is enough to just collapse your business. I'll tell you a story. When you have communities, go on YouTube and look for Greenfell disaster. Greenfell. Greenfell disaster. It was an apartment complex that collapsed somewhere in the United Kingdom. And the owner of the construction company is in serious trouble. You might want to look at it. Then you can also look at the British petroleum blowout in the Gulf of Mexico. Today, those who live around that Gulf of Mexico area, if you fall sick and it's traced to the fact that the oil spill caused it, BP is supposed to take care of you till you die. We call that polluter pays principle. That's what it's happening. So clearly, you cannot do anything to chance. If you feel that you know too much and for that reason you won't look at other people, accidents will happen and you will cut off that. Finally, the legal reasons why we are trying to manage safety or manage health and safety. What is the law saying? What happens to me if I don't comply with the law? Does it mean that my business can be shut down? Does it mean that I can be fined and imprisoned? All these things are things that you should be thinking about in trying to do the work. So when you consider these things and you try to put in plans and procedures to sort of eliminate harm to people, you can make more money, your business will grow more sustainable, people will trust in your brand. It's not for any reason that everybody who starts or who get out of school, first of all, aspires to work for the big multinational because they know that they are sustainable. Alright? That's how they plan it over the years. So when you go there, next day you need to work in the life, you see that they are deliberate about it. That is how it is. Whether you are sewing, whether you are a hairdresser, there are chemicals you use to do your work, especially hairdresser. Some of these chemicals you inhale. Sometimes your exposure limit, right? The frequency of inhaling those chemicals will have effect on your health in the long term. So it's important that you just
Hopefully, while this is something you might want to ask about safety. In reference to your business. Alright, anyone? Alright, great.
Okay, I wanted to ask about safety when it comes to digital spaces, because your conversation was mostly around physical spaces. So what do you think about safety in digital spaces like apps? If something bad happens to somebody because they were using the same app, is there a way that the camera takes care of that, etc.? You can just answer however you want.
So even with apps, right, you have to still exposure limit comes in. You know, when you constantly look on the screen of a computer, you look outside of it. You know that. Consistent. Those of us who are very phone people, they are always looking on our face. At some point, we feel that our eyes are somehow open. So you don't have the photo. So what I advise is you don't have to be possible straight, right?
So, what exactly do you do to help entrepreneurs? So, if you take, for example, my business, so I create food packages. What would be your advice as a consultant or somebody in the health sector? What exactly is your job?
All right. So, when you say health, my health is not medical or health. Right? So as that is, let's get it right. My health is not medical or medicine health. My health is more preventative processes to prevent harm to your health. That's my thing. So yes, what I do, or what I can do to support you, every business before it starts, I mentioned risk assessment. Risk assessment in simple terms is breaking everything, every task you have down to small amounts, right? So you can identify where you can or where you can where you can say. So the business you do before you start, you need to do a risk assessment. So that's why I can support you with that and expose you to maybe the risk that you carry that you probably may not do, right? So once I expose you to that, and I tell you what to do to get it right. So when you fix those things, then you'll be able to run with it. And don't worry about cost. Because of my friend, anyways, I'm going to give you guys for when you feel that. So don't worry about cost. A friend of mine was not doing something, and we saw the wrong meeting. So we went to school together, and then one of the days I went to this company. Then I saw lots of things that were wrong. And I told him that, look, I can't do this. When we're in the UK, you're not doing this. Why do you do that to Ghana? I'm sure most of you understand. Oh, you don't? Right. So I was like, oh, you are talking. Why are you bringing all this material? We have to make sure that we do things, like, look. The laws in the UK guided us. We are backward. We need to do that. So people will see and know that. Okay, so what's your cost? I'm not for you. I'll try. What's your cost? Yes, I'll try. And I charge you every single money. So when you pay, you realize that no, you have to take my recommendation serious. And now, for about a year or so, we have to record a single asset. He's involved in construction. So just imagine, there's cement that we inhale, right? That's the easiest way of getting cancer. There's something in cement called silica dust. When you inhale it for a long time, you will get cancer. So most of these masons that we see, time bomb waiting for explosion, but they don't know. Because the advocacy and education is non-existent in our country. So some of us have started using our voice.
So the kind of work that I do at home, and most of this is also sellable and valuable. So if I were to pitch my brand, if I was to do the 1 minute pitch, this could pretty much have done it for me. went ahead and decided to have a little bit more fun with it. I was like, what should I wear to give a presentation on a Saturday to young people on mastering skills and becoming more productive? I don't know why it continues to assume I'm a woman, so he was still telling me a blouse, skirt, but then I'm an Ajabin boy for life, so I went for something more comfortable. But again, this illustrates just the power of the tool, and for many of the decisions that we don't have the time to make on a daily basis, this is an extension of humanity, where you can just use that to think about things that you would rather not have enough time for. But enough about that. The main thing I want to talk about today, I know there's an ongoing debate a lot of the time about, is AI going to take jobs, and am I going to lose my job? Is AI going to replace me? Is this the end of me? Am I going to retire at mid-20s? No. And even if that is the case, I tend to stray away from the debate. And what I think is, in the presence of all of this talk or this chat about ChatGPT and this talk about AI, I think now more than ever there are calls for mastery. Okay, so being a master in the field that you practice in, being a master in the thing that you do. This might appeal more to people who are in the business of making things. So I'm a designer, I design things, I make things. People who make products as well, this might be more intuitive. But I would like to believe that whatever field you are in, there's the potential to hone a particular skill in that particular field to the hilt, where there's no room for any more growth, where you reach the apex of that particular skill. And I think now more than ever, in the time of the age of AI, it's more than ever relevant to be a master. So when talks about being replaced and things come up, fortunately you'll be able to sit comfortably because you've grown your skill to a point where you're the most sought after in the market, right? Where you become the most valuable and where you have the most value to offer. So I asked ChatGPT, how can I talk to, now that I've formed what the topic was going to be, I asked, how can I talk to young people about becoming masters at what they do? Well, is it going to take jobs? In some spaces it might, in other spaces it might not. But the thing we should also know is that brands are betting big on AI. Just this past week, I saw an article, NASA engineers are starting to use AI to build spaceships. So they are prompting it and giving it specifications, dimensions, requirements, materials, all of that. And they're saying, okay, go ahead and design a spacecraft that will take us to Mars in 2050, taking 5 people, living on Earth at this time, and just all of that. And what they're finding is the models that the AI comes out with, they look very strange. They look very thin as well, but the thing is, it's more effective because it's quicker to be able to generate these models. Secondly, AI somehow chooses materials that are cheaper. Mankind or human beings, if you had gone to an engineer, he may or may not have chosen materials that are more expensive, that will require many more man hours, and then they just lengthen the process of making this spaceship a reality. You cut all of that by at least 3/4 by using AI, and it's actually more efficient that way, right? So a lot of businesses are betting big on this. Coca-Cola also is looking to become a partner with ChatGPT and DALL-E. So DALL-E is the one that's deals with image generation. This is the one people have been having fun with, and creating all sorts of faces and artworks and etc. And that's the one where artists are having their issues with, which rightly so, because sometimes the assumption is this AI model is taking place on existing artworks. That's a whole other conversation. But then Coca-Cola is partnering with the company OpenAI that owns ChatGPT and DALL-E, because a brand like Coca-Cola is global, right? So you can imagine when it comes to advertising here in Ghana, it's different from if you're going to advertise in Rwanda. It's very different from if you're going to advertise in Texas. Very different if it's Tijuana in Mexico. All across the world, the advertising from Coca-Cola is going to differ by geographical region, because the demographics are different by geographical region. So partnering with a tool like ChatGPT means that, okay, we need to come up with a brief to sell Coke Zero in Accra to 20-year-olds who drive along this atomic road between this time and this time, and add that relates to them in their particular time of need. And then do that. And then we need to do the same thing for one and this and that. And then you do that. You cut the time in half. Rather than going the route of, having to hire, a research agency, having to brief all the different advertising agencies that Coca-Cola works with in all the different countries. Of course, a brand like Coca-Cola, fair enough, they have one ad agency called Odum that they use across the regions. But again, the brief has to change from time to time. The brief has to change from time to time. And the execs at Coca-Cola cited this partnership. The benefits of it is that it frees up time for them to focus on more strategic work. Coca-Cola, at the end of the day, is a profit-making business. right? And they have things that they need to think about, rather than to stop and think about the 20-year-old African who drives on this road. Of course, that's a customer, but then that one customer as opposed to the fate of the global brand, they weigh the two. So brands are betting big on this, and within the scope of the conversation about mastery, the more we become experts at the thing that we do, the more we begin to see AI not as something to fight against, but as something to collaborate with. Okay, and I think that's really the future that we should be pushing toward. By the way, I read a book in 2017 called The Bench, and that's homework for you guys. Go read that book. My co-minister as well, please read that book as well. It's called The Bench, and the subtitle is.
Thank you, Nii. So whilst you were talking, Idel and I started playing around with chats. and so she put in some things about her business, right? And it literally gave her marketing ideas and stuff like that, her target market, etc. And then the question I want to ask is, so if there's another business like Ikelisha, wouldn't AI give them, like, my point is, don't you think that if we concentrate so much on AI, everything will become too similar? Like maybe if the Coca-Cola company thing we're talking about, what if Pepsi? What if Pepsi also asks that same question and it randomly gives them that same answer? I know that like AI is broad, so it's rare that I will give you one and give Brian here one as well. But there is a possibility of too many similar things in the system if we are just going to relate to AI. What do you think? That's what I'm saying.
You see what I said, I feel comfortable. They introduced me as Jean, but people are calling me Nii. Thank you guys. But essentially, and I've been told I always use the word essentially, it's a similar word for me. But essentially, I'm actually not pressing for independence on AI, which is why the first part of my presentation will talk about my work. So examples from what I know. And a lot of the work I've done that has gone on to win awards and I've gained international recognition was done without the use of AI. And then I mentioned the three questions we asked. What is the idea? Is it beautifully crafted? Is it relevant to its context? Chances of AI generating similar results are very high. Okay, very high. Chances of people generating the same prompts for AI a little lower. Chances of people coming up with a unique idea that they will take to a prompt and take to AI much lower, right? So again, a lot of it comes down to the person and to humanity. And the beautiful thing about humans is we are all inspired differently. So the thing I will bring to AI is very different. I would like to think it's very different than what you would bring to AI. So for Ikelisha, the question I probably have asked will be different from yours because I have an idea and I'll bring that idea to AI to see what are the possibilities surrounding that idea. The execution is now up to me. I'm not going to tell AI, okay, well now go to this ad agency, tell them I said they should do it. That can't be done, right? A lot of it will now come down to the individual. And that's why the NASA example, for example, it wasn't saying that, now AI is going to be building the spaceships. What the engineer said is the human eye is still required because sometimes the AI generates models that are a bit too thin. Those things can't make it in space. They can barely make it on land. Right? So the human eye is still necessary because humanity, even though we are limited in how much we have been exposed to, we still understand the human condition as much as possible, right? We are all, putting inspiration differently. So the human eye is still necessary. So I'm actually not pushing for dependence on AI, which is why again I started by saying pursue mastery, just become good at everything that you do, and then see AI as a tool, as a collaborator. One of the things we done at Kenga, for example, in our third issue, which we released in September, which was the tech issue, I actually worked with AI to generate 2 pieces of artwork that we featured in the magazine, because we like to showcase art in the magazine as well. And then we credited it, we said Jean Quarcoopome explained Jamie. So that's an example of ethical use of AI, but that's also a clear illustration of the collaboration between man and machine. Whereas AI doesn't get the credits, I don't.
Yeah, hello. So, creative, right? And there's this ongoing debate or argument. I mean, the AI is a learning model. So then there's this ongoing debate about how creative and their work is fed into the AI so that the AI learns that people generate prompts that have free artwork. One is basically the same as what somebody drew, the same as what somebody drew with his hand or spends hours on, and then the person gets it free. So then
you were talking about inspiration and the human touch, but then if I can generate a few prompts, get the same artwork that's selling to me for 10 CDs, or the same design that's selling to me for 10 CDs, then what becomes my inspiration, what becomes my reason for doing my art anymore? Since everything I do is going to be fed into AI, so that then, not everything, but then, I mean, what I do is going to be fed into AI, or most of my work is going to be fed into AI, then it learns what I do, and then that's it.
That's an interesting question, and it borders on the debate that I didn't want to engage in at all. But essentially, if you are an artist, so this is why mastery again is very important. If you were Picasso or Basquiat, be very worried, because you made a name for yourself. Your artworks are all around the world, they're all over the internet, and that's where AI learns from. If you paint tennis in your room and no one has ever seen it, what are the chances AI will pick it up and then incorporate it into its wealth of information? I would say very low. That's just my limited information, of course. I know what to say, I don't know what. But if you have, if you're one of these more popular artists, your work is all over the internet, that's when you can worry about these things. But if you're a grassroots artist, you paint and you exhibit IRL, of course, then the question becomes, if someone buys your work and takes a picture, now it's on the internet, so it becomes a... But then, like I'm saying, a lot of this, there's still a lot of learning that we all need to do around this thing. There's still a lot of educating that we need to do. AI, the creators of AI itself, and the creators of platforms like Midjourney, Shutterstock AI, Canva AI, Gally, all of these people are still in a phase where they are learning and figuring out ethical uses of AI, and just like making people understand how it works. And the laws are also being created, copyright laws, because a big thing, like you may have alluded to it, is like, or if AI generates an artwork that looks exactly like mine, who owns the copyright? Or if I do an artwork with AI, do I own the copyright or does AI own the copyright? A lot of these conversations are still being had without the risk of giving you a definitive answer, because it's a very touchy subject. A lot of education is required. So as much as possible, let's just make ourselves aware of other conversations that are being had around these things, and then we can start to form more stronger opinion. But as much as possible, again, just to go back to my thesis, pursue mastery. Make sure you are doing the best you can do in the job that you are doing. Try these tools out. Use them as literally as tools to make yourself more valuable and better. And don't necessarily think about them as threats, but as opportunities to make you even more masterful in the thing that you do.
I mean, last week, don't worry, I know what. It's called Fred the Catalyst on Instagram. I know the Catalyst. Catalyst, yes, something small from science. Catalyst, it causes a chain reaction. So here's my thing, to go, if you find me, or if you, even if you don't find me helpful, right? There's a link there where it's like 5 minutes, like on my profile, 5 minutes, you just say who you are, what you're doing, what you're into. And like, I promise you, like, I'm of the firm belief we have everything we need between our network or our network's network. So I came here today and I knew I wanted to talk to her, like Penelope, because she's in Tibet, and then Mauto, and then Jean starts on my AI, and I've been really interested in AI. And like Jean goes on for 30 minutes about AI. Like I need private classes. That's why I always talk about that. I'll talk to him one-on-one because I'm not there. But then the guy who was sitting next to me, Jacob, does anybody know who that guy is? Yo, that guy is actually AI. I kid you not. Do you know him? Dude, he's that, where is he? He's told me he's not going to talk. Is he going? He's around. That guy is actually AI, right? He's actually, right, what do I mean? Oh, he does it for MTN, Coca-Cola, like, he'll show me his phone, like, all the companies want to say, he's the one doing that work. Like, when you're saying ChatGPT, he's laughing, like, it was 25 years ago. Anyway, and what did he learn? He learned it on YouTube and internet cafe. Anyway, so my point is, just even coming here, right? Just even coming here, like even when you guys were doing your pitches, some of you did very good pitches, and some of you still need to work on your pitching. But when you're doing your pitches, I was like, wow, there's so much in this room, right? right? I mean, you're with them like, look, there's so much in this room, right? And the problem is, we are not outnumbered, we are out-organized. We have everything at home. It's like this. Did you know the other girl was doing chocolates? Right? 2 chocolates. Who's doing chocolate? 3 or 4. Someone, chocolates, right? Chocolates. And so like, there's 2 people doing chocolate. There's one guy who I don't think knows AI, who talks about AI for 30 minutes. Me and you are both from the water region, so we'll figure something out. And I know I'll talk to you after. But my point is, I just want you to just give me your data. Just fill it out. If I find somebody on the other side who needs what you want, or if you have something that you need, you know what I'm saying? We'll link it. So, I'm done. I want to hear more from you. What do you need? Maybe, and I have the answer. Maybe I might not. If I don't have it, fill it in the form, and then I'll get back to you. Because nobody's coming. We have to save ourselves. Thank you very much.
Let me address this question for you, and then you can just run it. No answer question. In engaging youth across the continent, what are we getting right? What are we getting wrong?
Yes, in your experience. You had a lot of experience in fashion.
Yeah, right.
Getting right, what are we getting wrong?
Who's we?
Me, like me.
Who?
Gen Z.
Gen Z. I don't understand this question. But what I will say to try and answer this question. So Jack Ma, the Alibaba guy, right? I think you guys are either filling the form or you got very busy. Filling the form. The form won't go away. And let me answer this question and go so that I don't become like the recalcitrant panelist. So Jack Ma, right, the Alibaba guy, he's like in your 20s. Have you heard this speech? She's like in your 20s and work in a small company. Work in a small company. Because if you go in a big company, they'll ask you to do photocopies. Right? Like that's what for national service, I'm here. Like don't mention some big company, they're doing photocopy. You are in a small company, you are accountants, you learn to design with Canva. You will so in your 20s, work with a small company, figure out how to hustle, how to be dynamic. And one thing I wish I did when I was in my 20s was intentionally like looking for mentors. I don't want to use the word mentors. That's a big word. I don't want to use that word. But like you have to intentionally look for people doing something and intentionally go and sit at their feet like 30 minutes a month or 30 minutes, whatever they will give you. Whatever they will give you. Because they've seen it all. There's like one of my clients is in his 70s, and when last year, so the dollar was 6 and then went to 15, and I don't know what it is today, and I went to go and see him. I'm like, Baba, you've been like, Baba, like, please. He's 71, I'm like, Baba, if you were 38, like, what would you do? You laugh. He's like, you don't know. Like, the situation you're in, someone else, if you're blessed, you get someone else who wants to be in your situation.
We should help you market. And the first thing is, we create what we call an avatar, or a persona for your market. So that is it, define your target audience. Before you can effectively use digital marketing to reach your market, you need to clearly define who you are. So if your product is yes, who doesn't want your product? What do you do? What? You sell fruits, exactly. So we have to first go on the board. I mean, my marketing people do that. They will define who are the people who will buy your fruits. What's in their age? What's in their interest? How do they look like? That will inform whatever content that they will put together, right? So conduct your market research. That is definitely part of the research that you have to do. So using online surveys, using most of these AI tools now, right? Sensor, Open AI, Payboard, Spendify, a lot of them that they use Calendly. Who has used Calendly? You are. You can use these tools to schedule posts, HubSpot. It's amazing at that, right? Understand who your audience is. You'll be shocked at the data, the metrics, right? So I was telling this big man that these people, MTN, their biggest customer Their biggest customer is not you, it's not the Gen Z, it's not the people buying data. It's the woman in Sudan selling yam. Or top credit in OBR. So if you are not collecting data, you need to. Who do you think is MTN's biggest competitor? Anyone do that? Not Vodafone, it's Unilever. Because I can't be too visa or doing a mental top president and a mental friend. Right? This is I don't know whether it's inside it, but these are facts. So that is why you have to conduct research. And I was telling a friend that you cannot be smarter than these microchips. These microchips are recording it all the time. When your phone is on, it's recording it. It knows everything, almost everything. So you can just ask them and get to know. You go to use your pixels and you track your data and you log into Facebook business. You will be able to see exactly who likes your product. You can do comparisons. We call it interest marketing. So once I'm marketing this, when I'm adding an ad on Facebook, I can just see people who like my account. You know the last option. Yeah. There is, in the interest, you can exempt people. People who live in this place. So your product is, let's say you run a dentistry. It is not something that people who grew up with me they will purchase, they will subscribe. They will never come and buy a medicine. Do teeth whitening. Your baby will die. What they will chop, they don't get. Make you think about teeth whitening. So if I'm running an ad, I will not target name and Nika or Mawuli. No, I'll target company and this neighbor. I'll target a car central. Because occasionally some people get plenty money and their kids live that fancy life. So that is why you have to gather data, because you can never review. So build a strong online presence, which is very, very key now. Right? But also it depends on your business and what you do, because not every business is good with that sort of exposure. So it says establishing a strong online presence is reaching your market. This includes creating a website, social media pages. If you focus on only this, you are running ads online, and you've not done trade, your product is not on shelves, or like MTN, the woman Asunyani doesn't know about MTN. Do you hear me? So that would you need to build a strong online presence. But definitely your business model matter. Use targeted advertising. I think I've spoken about that. Digital marketing platforms for the targeted advertising, such as social media ads, search engine ads. Who knows about search engine ads? So what you see in Google is also manipulated, right? So you can talk about search engine optimization using keywords. So let me give an example of keywords. Or you go give me a keyword. Let me give you an example of keyword. Hyperlink. Okay. So let's say hyperlink. What that hyperlink does digital marketing, right? So if I want hyperlink to show us best digital marketing agency in Ghana on Google, I make sure that I have to do content that has those words. Best digital marketing, best marketing. You have to be on your website. Do stories, because Google uses what we call crawling. So it just picks those information. When Google is telling you Fred is the richest man in Accra, it might not be true, because somebody has published that article and used that what we call tags. So usually when they are publishing articles in, let's say, WordPress or any of these custom management systems, right? CMS, that they use to place websites. There's a place where you enter tags. So as your business, what are some keywords about your business? If I'm marketing this, I'm talking about drinking water, healthy. Healthy should be connected to this. If somebody goes and type healthy drinking water, then I pop up. Best drinking water.
Wait, so you have money in your pocket, you may still never get into the university. So that's every other year, that's 400,000 people who their lives stay pretty much in there. And so why do I say that I respect the ruler and now? I have people working in beauty, farms, food, right? You create packages. There was another Kayele. The themes that are running here now, I won't say there are no opportunities. I would say there are opportunities, but there's limited access, right? So what everyone has said today, you hear skills matter, you hear technology. Just because we're in the digital age, we need technology. And
what can accelerate your success when you have these two things is access. So, why do I say this? I was also one of the smartest people in my class. Every school I've been to, I'm in the top 1%. And right as I said, I actually taught at Priceless. When I left university, it took me a year and a half to find my first job. Remember, top 1% of my class. I applied for every single job. You know, I still have Google alerts. Sometimes I apply at the job NASA. And I never go an interview apart from that Chelsea interview. Ever. I applied for Access Bank aptitude test, all of that. Every single bank I applied for aptitude test, they never called me. And what then I realized is people need access, and that's what we're doing with our institution. So we're providing quality skills in the sense that there's a reason why a pilot lands the plane the way they do. There's a reason why when something goes wrong during surgery, the surgeon knows the next steps to take. We want to train artisans who are leaders, who understand that tiles not cheap. It's not because the customer is being difficult. Sorry, it means if the tiles are not laid properly, there's a problem. You don't need a customer to tell you there's a problem. There are tools that you will use, there are spaces that you will use to make sure that you are performing as a professional, right? And that's what the work that we're doing. So one, we're starting with the training, and in the training we do foundation, which is soft skills. So think occupational health and safety, think ethics, think quality management, think basic marketing, etc. Then we do the technical skills training, which is the actual course you want to do. So for example, your trade area may be welding, tiling, plumbing, whatever the case may be. And then finally we end up with apprenticeships. So we're trying to fix the training, but if you train someone and you leave them to go and figure out their lives on their own, they go back into the general pool where they write, they advertise on ink and co on people's walls, etc. And then you have failed. So that's where the access comes in. How can we train a carpenter to be so precise that all Kadeko will say every year, I want this carpenter to stock his items at the retail store, right? That's the kind of partnerships we want to do for people. So all the person has to focus on is learning the skill really well, knowing how to apply technology and keeping up with the digital age, and then we provide opportunities for them. So what I realized, for example, is for me, I'm raising funds for my institute. And fundraising is very cliquey. You have to know one VC person here who has a friend here, or you have to be friends with some MTN boss who has a CSR budget, who has a friend here, who has a... We want to break down that clique, right? No matter where you come from, as soon as you enter our school, you are guaranteed that when you leave, depending on your pathway, so we have 4 pathways. You may either want to start your own business, so we support you with that. And that might be a small business, but you end up employing other people. So what do people need to start business? Is it tools? Is it credits, right? Which is loan, etc. Then another pathway is you may want to go into a 9-to-5. So we're partnering with companies across construction, oil and gas, manufacturing, for any industry that has needs for the skills that we're training. And then we feed that pipeline as well. And some people may say, hey, I want to top, now I've realized that I really like the electrical technician course that I did. I want to top up and get an electrical engineering degree. So we help them with applications as well and feed them to get a diploma or a bachelor's and then move on. And then finally, some people can't be entrepreneurs, right? They also won't fit in the typical 9-to-5 job. So you create a streamlined platform where you just onboard them. And all they have to do is, you're handling the scheduling and the payments and everything for them. They just gear up, go to work, do the work that they have to do, and then they are done, they get paid. So I would say there are opportunities. The good thing is if we are able to break up this access, everyone in this room, for example, potentially you make food, you're probably going to end up employing more than 10 people, you are already helping pioneers, but you're just going to end up scaling. And if you give them skills, they go back to their local communities and they create impact, right? So that's the work that we're doing. What I would say is, one, skills. I'll just, I didn't even bother preparing for this, and I say it with all respect because I knew we were many and the themes will run along, right? So skills, very important. Technology next. And then once you have those two things, access. So for anyone who wants skills related to technical and vocational skills, you can always feel free to reach out to me, and we will assist you the best way that we can. I'll just wrap this up because everyone is tired. But my background, so when I was at youth university, I got to teach as a share C, and from there, my next opportunity came from one of my students. She walked up to me one day and she said, Kenyan actually, she said, this company is looking for a PA. I was like, PA, she said, I was working just 3 days, and I was looking at killing, PA, they can't pay me in Ghana. And I ended up going for the interview anyway because it was a free lunch at local school. So I was like, hey, let's go, I'm not working today that way. And when I got there, it wasn't an interview, like a conversation. We spoke about politics, football, etc. And they offered me the job on the spot. And basically, for me, that opportunity to work as a chef, remember, it was just one opportunity. That changed my life, right? And that's what, for a lot of the people in my organization, we have a personal connection to the problem of unemployment. Even when people finish, the 100,000 people are able to get into university, only 20% get jobs in the first 2 years. The statistics don't lie, right? So any 10 people you see, only 2 people get jobs in the first 2 years. And so for us, we have a personal connection to the problem. We want to provide these opportunities. We want to break down the access barriers, and that's what we're working on. So from Chelsea, I went to Subtribe. I was managing technology projects. If you get your water bill through SMS or email, that was my project. We designed it from scratch. We did the development, we ran the implementation. So, yeah, really, the summary of it all is access. The access is the issue. The opportunities are out there. Everywhere there's a problem, there's an opportunity. And I want to empower you to continue to do the work that you're doing because you are going to create impact. All these people go out to the local community and create bigger impact for you. Thank you.
A reminder, please fill the forms for us. And then we'll take a group photo. And then after that, President Kojo will coordinate you into what comes next. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much for coming. My name is Mawuli Deegbe. And thank you to speakers from AIs to all the access to TV. Thank you. God bless you all. Bye-bye. Have a good evening. Kojo. So please fill the form. Let's have the photography here, right? Can we do it here?